rulings related to Salah. The general description of the prayer that is referred to in the Qur'an has been explained in great detail by the scholars to the extent that their explanations filled the books of fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence. For example, they said it is not permissible to intend to stop the prayer during the middle of the Salah. So whoever intends to stop his prayer, he has actually left the prayer. And it is obligatory on him to start it from the beginning again. The scholars also stated that whoever starts the prayer intending to pray a voluntary prayer, he may not switch his intention when he is in the middle of it to make it an obligatory one. Whoever has made the intention to pray an obligatory salah alone and then a group comes to pray it, he may switch his intention to make the prayer a voluntary one. In this case, he finishes 2 rak'at, says the taslim, and joins the group. Concerning Surah Fatihah, the scholar said that it is obligatory for the person praying to recite Surah Fatihah, even if he is following the Imam in an audible salah. This is due to the hadith that was reported on the authority of Ubadah ibn Samit, may Allah be pleased with him, who said, "We were behind the Messenger of Allah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, in the Fajr prayer, and the Prophet recited and then found some difficulty in doing so. When he finished, he asked, 'Perhaps you all recited behind your Imam?' We said, 'Yes, it is so, O Messenger of Allah.' He said, 'Do not do this except with the Fatihah, as there is no Salah without the Fatihah.' After saying Surah Fatihah, it is sunnah for the one praying to say Ameen, whether he is praying himself or being led or even leading the prayer. The evidence of this is in the Prophet saying, 'If the Imam says Ameen, then say Ameen, for indeed whoever's Ameen corresponds with that of the angels, their previous sins will be forgiven.' It is not enough when reciting the Qur'an or pronouncing the takbir and the words of Allah's remembrance to say them just in one's heart. Indeed, it is compulsory to utter the words by at least moving the tongue and lips during the recitation. And for prostration, it has been stipulated that it has to be on 7 bones, as evidenced from the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, saying, 'When a servant of Allah prostrates, 7 parts prostrate with him: his face, his palms, his knees, and his 2 feet. While reciting the Tashahhud, it is a tradition of the Prophet to point his finger, meaning the index finger. This is according to the hadith reported Wa'il ibn Hujr, may Allah be pleased with him. Then he, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, raised his finger, and I saw him moving it and supplicating while pointing with it. In addition, for each position of the prayer, the scholars stipulated that one has to remain still for a short while upon reaching it, otherwise the prayer would not be valid. This is due to a hadith reported on the authority of Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, who said, 'The Messenger of Allah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, entered the mosque. Then a man entered after him and prayed. After that he went to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, and said salam to him. Then the Messenger of Allah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, returned his salutations, and thereafter said, "Go back and pray, because you have not prayed." The man returned to pray as he had done before. He then went to the Prophet and greeted him. The Prophet, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, again answered him and said, "Go back and pray, because you have not prayed." When this was done 3 times, the man said, "By He who sent you with the truth, I cannot do better than this. Please teach me." The Prophet, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "When you stand for Salah, you should say Allahu Akbar, then read from the Qur'an what you can, and then bow until there is serenity in your bowing. Next, rise up until you are balanced while standing, then prostrate until there is serenity in your prostration, and after that raise your head until there is serenity in your sitting. Then do these in all, meaning the remainder of your Salah."